Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaela, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more videos to come and give this video a thumbs up because you will love this. If you guys have been rocking with me for a minute, you know I have had one heck of a natural hair journey. So happy new year to everyone, because for 2024 I'm going to be taking you guys on a ride with me to grow my hair out. I'm going to stop being scissor happy, but also because I decided to dye my hair back black. So the whole goal for this year, like I said, is to completely grow my hair out. I want it to be like super long again. If you guys remember following me when I was in my college days, I almost pretty much had tailbone length hair, and I've cut it probably a good 4 or 5 times since then. So I've managed to get it back to this length, but I just shampooed my hair and I'm going to be deep conditioning it, and I'm going to style it in a braid out for you guys as I talk about my 2024 ins and outs for natural hair. All right, so I have one side pinned up and I'm going in with my favorite deep conditioner of all time. It is the Rosemary Mint Deep Conditioner. It smells so good. If you guys have been following me for a while, like I said, it just never gets old. I've actually been using this hair mask since I was like a sophomore in college, which was crazy because I'm actually 2 years post-grad, which is crazy to like say. But I'm going to divide my hair in 4 sections and apply this deep conditioner. And I'm going to show you guys how I pretty much let it penetrate through my hair. So starting with the first thing that is out for natural hair in 2024 is leaving your hair mask or deep conditioners in longer than the recommended time. Now, this is very controversial because if you guys have been on your natural hair journey for a minute, you guys know that back in the day, if you're like an OG YouTube watcher, people used to leave their hair masks or deep conditioners in overnight, and I'm guilty. I used to do the exact same thing. If your bottle says leave the deep conditioner or hair mask in for 15-20 minutes, do just that. If you feel like your hair really needs the maximum moisture, then go with the higher number. If you feel like this is just a weekly maintenance thing, then you can go with the lower number or a number in between the range that it tells you. So for example, for this hair mask, it says to after shampooing with the Rosemary Mint Strengthening Shampoo, doesn't necessarily have to be the shampoo, but it says to smooth evenly through damp hair, which I am, from roots to ends, and leave in for 15 to 20 minutes and then rinse thoroughly. So for me, I'm always gonna go with the highest number because I want my hair to have the maximum hydration. But leaving a hair mask in your hair too long actually can lead to hydro fatigue. And if you're someone who likes to do wash and goes and you constantly leave a conditioner in longer than what it tells you to, you're actually going to allow your hair to over absorb, and it will pretty much make like your hair strands weaker. And I think I kind of experienced this earlier on in my natural hair journey without realizing it at the time, because my hair just felt like limp. And even as I was doing certain styles, I'm thinking, oh, it feels good, right? But then it's like it's just not going to be as strong, and you really need like that bond hair repair. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Do what it tells you to do, okay? Don't overdo it. The second thing that we're leaving out in 2024 is not clarifying your hair. Now, I was that person that would, you know, pretty much try to co-wash my hair with conditioner, which is like crazy looking back on it, because healthy hair comes from a healthy scalp. So if your scalp is clean, you're giving your hair the optimal chances to grow and retain length, right? So if you are co-washing with product buildup on your hair, it's not getting sudsy, it's not lathering up because it's not washing your hair, which is crazy. Like you're literally re-wetting your hair and just making it, you know, easy to detangle because you have conditioner in it, but all you're doing is slathering on product on top of like other old product. And if you're doing a braid or a twist or any type of hairstyle, I can guarantee your hairstyle is not going to come out the best because you just have product overload, product buildup. So make sure you're shampooing your hair, and clarifying is a slightly different from shampooing in my opinion. For clarifying purposes, I actually like to do an Aztec clay mask with a little bit of apple cider vinegar for your scalp's pH balance, and I apply that all over my hair like every quarter. Like I try to do at least 4 times a year. That really just helps reset your hair altogether. I'm talking about stripping your hair of complete product buildup. Another thing we're leaving out in 2024 is not washing your hair tools, okay? Now this is crazy because a lot of people will just like completely overlook it, you know, thinking that, you know, whenever you just rinse off the product, your hair tools are clean. Not really, especially if you're someone who likes to use a Denman brush. You know, you have to actually remove that rubber part to get to like the hair bristles. Water, products, all that stuff can get under there and honestly leave mold. I've seen videos of people like taking it out completely, trying to change the teeth cadence on there, and it's mold. It's dirty. So every time you shampoo your hair, make sure you are cleaning your hair tools. And if you're too lazy to do that, you need to buy tools like at least every month. That's what I personally would say. Another thing we are definitely leaving out in 2024, if you want your hair to continue to grow, you cannot avoid trims. Now, everyone thinks that, oh my gosh, my hair is growing from all these oils or whatever. Okay, that's cool. But are you retaining the length? And if you are having split ends, single hair knots, and they're going up the hair shaft, you're gonna have continued breakage, which means that it's breaking at the same rate that it's growing. So you almost kind of feel like your hair is stagnant, but really it's growing. It's just that you have so much breakage because you're not retaining the length and you're not getting trims. If you get a trim and you get those split ends and dead ends and single strand hair knots cut off, you will retain the length because as it grows out, it won't be breaking up the hair shaft. It'll just keep getting longer, 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 and longer. Like I just said, you know, people always try to credit these natural hair oils, or not natural hair oils, but like these hair growth oils as the reason why their hair is growing so long, and that's cool. Contrary to belief, I do believe that it's not necessarily always the oil. I do believe as long as you're having a healthy diet, you know, good water intake, you're hydrated, you are having a balanced diet, that does kind of aid in faster hair growth, because on average the hair only grows half an inch like normally a month. If you're getting a full inch, kudos to you, girl. Shout out to your hair genes. But realistically, the oils may help, especially if you have like a dry scalp. But personally, what I do recommend leaving out for 2024, just give it a try. Don't overdo it with the oils. Like, no excessive oiling. I'm not someone who feels like I need to oil my scalp like every hairstyle. I used to do that at the beginning of my hair journey, but like now I just genuinely don't. If I'm using hair oils, it's usually to break a gel cast if I decide to do a wash and go with gel, or I'm taking down my braids and just want to have less frizz. That's usually the only time I'm like really applying oils to my hair, and even then I'm not overdoing it. So leave out all the extra oil. There's no need to oil your hair and oil your scalp every single day. I guarantee that is product buildup and your hairstyles are not gonna last as long. Also, because oil cannot technically moisturize your hair, it's a sealant. So hopefully you're applying the oil after you moisturize your hair, because if you're applying oil on dry hair, you just still in dry hair. So think about that. Just think about that. All right, now that I have all my deep conditioner applied all over my hair, this is my favorite thing to do, you guys, especially since I've like moved and didn't want like a really big over the head hooded dryer. I'm going to put this on. I always put a cap on because I actually have a portable hair dryer. So this is just like an attachment that you put on your regular hair dryer, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks when it's on. I'm gonna actually go sit on my sofa and relax a little bit. And like I said, only let this sit for 20 minutes because it said 15 to 20 minutes. And let it penetrate through the hair shaft. So this is the hood part. It's very stretchy, and you can also adjust it to be a little tighter on your head so it doesn't fly off. I like to place it on my head first before I put it on the nozzle. And you can tighten this up like I said. Boom, got all the hair in there. This is the nozzle part, and it also has like a Velcro little attachment to make sure it's tightened on there and doesn't fly off when it's on. I push it all the way up and then snap it back on. And I like to put it on medium heat because it does get really hot under this. But just to show you guys what it looks like on. to this braid out. So I did my braids in this diagonal type part. It's gonna be like this because I want it to be very versatile. So if I want to wear it straight down the middle, boom, I can do that. And because this diagonal part, I'll be able to flip it over, but you'll see that at the end. So 2 in one section, 2 in the back, so it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8 braids in total. And I am using only 2 products. So the first product is the Bonita Afro Balm by The Doe. This smells so good and a little goes a long way. I absolutely love this as a moisturizer and base styler. And then, or not base styler, but base cream. And then for my base styler, I'm going in with the Eco Styler Gel. This is the Black Castor and Flaxseed Oil. Pairs amazing. I already did the product test and it runs smoothly. So now to the 2024 ends. So the 2024 ends will definitely be lots of hair treatments, especially as needed. So as you're getting your regular trims, you're clarifying your hair, you definitely want to make sure that you're deep conditioning as much as possible, like I just did. I try to do it at least every week, and if I can't do it every week, I try to do it every other week. But other than that, I'm making sure that my hair is always as moisturized as possible. I also like to do protein treatments when need be. The telltale sign for me to do a protein treatment is whenever I see like a little breakage. And normally I do it prior to getting my hair straightened. And I just think this works really, really well with keeping the strength of your hair, especially if you're someone who likes to wear a lot of wash and goes. I also like to do bond treatments. So if you guys have heard of the Olaplex Bond Repair, this is great for someone who has had chemically treated hair or just a little bit of heat damage. For someone like me, I've had my hair dyed and bleached and straightened so many times over like the last year. So I just make sure to do that all the time. Well, not all the time, but like keep it consistent in my hair routine because it really helps with the strength of my overall hair, especially when I'm doing back-to-back wash and goes. All right, so when I have the curl cream, all right, so as I have the curl cream in my hair, I'm just gonna part my hair down and do 2 flat braids going down. All right, so another 2024 in is less or minimal direct heat. So what I mean by that is straightening your hair using any direct heat tools. Now, this is different from indirect heat. So if you guys do wash and goes and you notice how I always talk about diffusing your hair, to me, that kind of counts as indirect heat. And honestly, it doesn't do too much harm on your hair because it's not manipulating the hair as you're drying it. But straightening your hair is definitely direct heat onto the hair. Also, if you're going to be sitting under a hooded dryer, that's indirect heat, so that's not necessarily damaging or adding any attention to your hair. So like I said, minimal direct heat. And this could also mean just, you know, making sure you're not straightening your hair as much. For me, I usually only get my hair straightened if I'm going to the salon to get a trim or getting my hair color refreshed, or it's the holidays or just like a special occasion. But I try to keep it to like under 4 times a year, at least max 4. Like I don't try to exceed that, and I definitely don't try to do them back to back either. I'm gonna take a generous amount of gel, and I'm doing the praying hands method to just make sure I'm adding that on all the strands, because this is gonna give me that hold for this braid out. Now, once I finish each braid, I like to take a towel and just squeeze all that excess product off or out of the braid. This is just going to ensure that it dries a lot faster, and I won't be going to bed with a bunch of product seeping out of my braids. Now, as I move to the front section, I like doing these diagonal parts like I said. So boom, this is how it looks. They don't have to be so perfect, because as you take them down and fluff it out, the parts won't be visible. In fact, you don't want it to be too perfect because the parts will end up being too visible. But another 2024 in is low manipulation styles. Believe it or not, I think braid outs and twist styles are a great way to have low manipulation styles, because you're not doing too much tension on it. You're not pulling your hair back. And I was definitely one of those people who love doing those slick back buns, slick back ponytails, but doing them back to back is definitely not good for your hair. Like, it's just too much tension, and you can actually cause damage and hair loss or traction alopecia that way. So you just want to make sure you're giving your hair a break. Let it, you know, be free and flowy as much as you can. Not saying don't do buns or slip back, because I'm definitely still gonna do some, but try to make sure they're like spread out. Another 2024 in is weekly washing. Now this is very controversial to a lot of people. A lot of people claim that it dries their hair out. A lot of people say it's excessive. I say do what works best for you, but for me, I always find that weekly washing my hair allows me to, one, try different styles, but also make sure that my hair is free of buildup when I do want to switch styles. And like I said, if your hair is not clean, your braid outs, twist outs, wash and goes are not gonna always come out the best. So I think weekly washing allows your scalp to breathe, be clarified, and really just allows your hair to be moisturized a little bit more too. Because I think if you go 2 weeks when you're wearing your natural hair in its natural state, to me it just gets dirty faster and it is prone to more breakage and being dry. Now if your hair is straightened, definitely go 2 weeks, especially since you just did all that hard work straightening it or paying as much money as you did to get it pressed out. That is when I actually do allow my hair to be not washed weekly. Like I'll make sure I'll take that press all full 2 weeks. Or if you have braids, of course, you know, you can do a little dry shampoo. But if it's in its natural state, I highly recommend weekly washing. And the last end of 2024 is definitely going to be light product styling. Like in this case, I'm only using 2 products to style this. A cream-based styler, which is my moisturizer, and then for the hold styler, it is the Eco Styler Gel. I just find that the less product you use, the better the style sometimes, especially if you're doing wash and goes. Like I've just come to realize that my curls do not like being weighed down by like heavy gels or using like a leave-in, a curl cream, a hair butter, a gel, a oil, all these different things. And like honestly, your hair just doesn't need to be that suffocated with so many different products. I'm telling you, you just find those 2 product combos. I love sharing product combos with you guys because to me it just really helps streamline a process of doing your hair and not overcomplicating things. So less product buildup, better hairstyling, and easier techniques when you're doing your different hairstyles. So light product style. Good morning, you guys. So this is how my hair is looking the next day. I took down this one side already and I did not pick it out. So just to show you how it looks, just unraveled. I always start with the back because it's just easier to work from back to front. I'm gonna put a little oil in my hands. Like I said, I usually only use oils when I am taking down my hair or breaking a gel cast if I did a wash and go. And just simply unbraiding. All right, this is how my hair looks completely unraveled. Now what I'm gonna do is flip my head over, fluff it out at the roots, and then I'm gonna go in and just pick it just a little bit because you guys know I love volume. And to fluff out the roots, I'll go in with my fingers and just kind of pull, almost like I'm combing it. This kind of just adds a little bit more height at the roots. I think it's a little bit more gentle than using the pick. Does create a little frizz, but y'all know I think some frizz is cute frizz. And I'm not combing all the way through, I'm literally just fluffing at the roots because I want to keep some of that definition on the outer portion. And with this particular braid out, I think it is a fluffy braid out. If you want more definition, then definitely do more braids, but I like to do the happy medium because doing like medium, less braids just gives you more volume in my opinion. I know you guys see a little bit of that peekaboo brown. This has happened to me before when I've dyed my hair back black from a lighter color it just tends to fade off as you gradually shampoo it. Even with color shampoo or color safe shampoo, it does this. I don't know why, but I will be getting it re-dyed sometime this month, and I will take you guys on the journey with me to go back to complete black. Hopefully I don't have to do it one more time, but these are my results, you guys. Let's check out some of that length. Yeah. All right, this concludes the video. Let me know what your 2024 ins and outs are for your natural hair. And I want you guys to make sure you thumb this video up. Hit that subscribe video or subscribe button for more videos to come as I take you guys on my long natural hair journey, because I'm just trying to grow my hair out, y'all, and have better habits. All right, happy new year. Talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.